What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So after filming my previous video about my nose job vlog, a lot of you guys headed over to my Instagram and you guys were sliding into my DMs asking me a bunch of questions. So I am here today to hopefully answer some of the questions, give you guys a little bit of a follow-up. If you guys do have more questions that I'm not answering in this video, either head over to my Instagram, Christie_March16, and you guys can slide into those DMs there or just drop them below and I will answer your questions there. So today is now Saturday, July 11th, 2020. I did have my nose job done on Tuesday, June 23rd, 2020. So now it's been about 2.5 weeks after surgery. I have quite a few things to update you guys on. If you guys have not seen my nose job vlog, I'm going to link it up above in the cards. So watch that first before continuing this video, just so you guys can see my starting point until now. First, let me show you guys what I'm looking like here. A little front view. I purposely did not put any makeup on my nose. So you'll see there's makeup on my eyes. I have some on my cheeks. There's no makeup at all on my nose. So this is just a little raw, some organic content. Looking kind of good. Let's do this side. That is what I am looking like. As you guys can see, the swelling has gone down quite a bit since last time I filmed. I feel like it's only been 2.5 weeks. I'm shocked about how much the swelling has gone down. I'm not gonna lie, I still can't really feel like, I could feel the tip a little bit. I mean, not a little bit, I can feel the tip here, my septum. I don't have all my nerves in here, like, I'm definitely missing some feeling down here because I did have a septoplasty, which means that he did go through my septum. One thing that has been very prominent right now is that my pores of my nose from about here down are so clogged and disgusting. At first, when I had the little cast on, I saw like I had clogged pores like all around and on top of the cast, and I was googling it like crazy, and honestly, and it came up immediately. Apparently, clogged pores and blackheads all over your nose is extremely common. It's normal because, I mean, right now your nose is overworking, it's producing a lot of oil, and for the time that you did have the cast on, your pores were pretty much clogged. I mean, it was clogged. You couldn't wash your face. Right now, I am dealing with quite a bit of clogged pores. It's not the prettiest. I will get a little closer. Apologize in advance for this, but let's see if you could see it. Sorry, we're gonna be really good friends after this. Can you guys? You can see, here we go. Ooh, I am so sorry right now. You could see like all along here, this is a hole from a nose piercing, so that's not a clogged pore, but all along here, this is disgusting. All along, it is clogged city. Then here, I mean, yeah, you guys can see it's all blackheads. Again, we best friends now, y'all. We best friends now. But right now, I'm dealing with so many clogged pores. You're not allowed to resume your normal skincare routine until 3 weeks out. Right now, when I see myself in the mirror, I'm like, you look ugly. You look ugly today. So if you guys have had a rhinoplasty or you're going to have one, don't be scared. Apparently, my surgeon said that it's going to be 4 months until your skin, your nasal skin actually returns to normal. So just expect that. Don't be alarmed. And in 4 months, you're going to be good to go, guys. You're going to be good to go. You're going to be back to normal. So 4 months of, not really pain, but 4 months of a little bit of insecurity is worth a lifetime of happiness, because even though I do have these clogged pores all around my nose, I mean, let me tell you, I wouldn't change it for the world because I am loving my nose. I mean, I feel like I already look so natural. I mean, tell me what you guys think. I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at myself right now in the viewfinder and I'm like, oh girl, not trying to like toot my own horn, but I mean, I know because I'm comparing it to what I used to look like, and I feel like, oh, hey girl, holla at yourself. I mean, I love, the thing I'm most excited for, as you guys probably know, is my little profile here. I love it. Coming from someone who had the dorsal hump removal, which is, I had a bump here. It wasn't insane, but let me tell you, like, you're your own worst critic. So Now that I don't have that, I'm like jumping through hoops. I'm so happy with the current progress. It's only been 2.5 weeks, so I can't even imagine being even more excited than this. Going alongside my swelling. Swelling varies from person to person. The main factor that determines swelling is the skin that you have on your nose, whether it is thick or thin skin. In order to determine this, I didn't even know whether I had thick or thin nasal skin. I have thick skin, but not in that context, in a different context. So basically what I did is, the first time when I went to my consultation, the surgeon came and he actually had a little like apparatus and he put it inside my nose to determine what kind of skin I had. He said, you have thin nasal skin. What this means is, if you have thin nasal skin, that actually makes your swelling 100 times better. Your swelling is going to go down a lot quicker than someone with thick nasal skin. It just so happens that if you have a darker complexion, you do tend to have thicker skin, and if you have a lighter complexion, you do tend to have thin nasal skin. It's not like one is better than the other. It's just you, honey. It's just you. So if you have thin nasal skin, which is what I had, that means that your actual nose skin, it's so thin that you can see your cartilage much better than someone with thick skin. So before I had my nose job, you could see that there were like bumps. Like, my nasal skin was so thin that you could see that there were bumps it was sticking to my cartilage, which is why my nose was kind of looked like the right didn't match the left, because my cartilage was not perfectly matched up. So he did fix that, so that's why it obviously looks a lot more congruent now. But that's one thing to keep in mind. So when you guys go to your consultation, I would definitely ask your surgeon whether or not you have thick or thin nasal skin, just so you know what to expect. So if you're looking at me wondering, wow, why is she so much less swollen than other people I've seen on YouTube or friends who have had rhinoplasty? It is because I have thin nasal skin, so my swelling goes down a lot quicker than other people's. So current things that I can and cannot do now that I'm 2.5 weeks post rhinoplasty. One thing is, when you sneeze, you have to sneeze with your mouth open because you don't want to put all that pressure on your nose. I can't blow my nose yet. I can lightly blow my nose, so I can softly blow it. But until the three week mark hits, I can't actually like go all in. I can't like blow like I mean it. I have to kind of give it like a half attempt. Usually when I sneeze, I'm like, if someone's standing right here, I'm sneezing this way, because like if someone sees you sneezing with your mouth wide open, it's kind of disgusting, especially now during coronavirus. So you do have to sneeze with your mouth wide open to not put all that trauma and pressure on your nose. One other thing is that until the 3 week mark hits, I cannot go underwater. So beach, pool, doesn't matter, can't go underwater. I could take a shower normally because like the water's not going up my nose, but until the 3 week mark hits, cannot go underwater. And you're also not supposed to be working out until your 3 weeks post-surgery. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did work out for the first time yesterday, so I was 2.5 weeks post-surgery. Reason why you have to wait 3 weeks is that when you work out, there's a lot of blood flow, and it'll flow your nose and cause swelling. I purposely did not do a lot of cardio or things that would get my heart rate explosive. I will say, after my leg day, my nose inside did swell, so it was a lot more difficult to breathe. I had to breathe out of my mouth as opposed to kind of using both, because right now you guys can even hear it, like I'm still very congested. So if your nose starts swelling the inside, you are going to have to resort back to your mouth. Another thing is that to clean your nose, since you can't blow out of it, you're going to have to use a nasal spray. So you're supposed to use it 2 to 3 times a day for about 4 weeks. So what I do is I get a nasal spray. You can buy it at CVS, Walgreens, the closest pharmacy. You have to buy a nasal spray. You squirt it up into each nostril 2 times, and you have to do this 2 to 3 times per day. I usually just do it right when I wake up and before I go to sleep, and then I'll get a Q-tip and kind of just like go in. I do have stitches all in the inside of my nose, so you kind of have to like lightly go in and kind of get whatever you can get whatever you can find. Kind of sounds disgusting, a little TMI, but you guys need to know. So that's how I clean my nose, and honestly I feel fine. I know I'm congested, but I shine my phone flashlight up there just to kind of see like, all right, what can we get? The last thing I wanted to touch on is it kind of goes into the realm of expectations. About, I would say 5 days ago, I noticed I had like a little, like a very, 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 like a bump right here. And about 5 days ago, and let me tell you, on this side, I don't have a bump. This side I have a very slight bump. 5 days ago, it was very prominent. It was pointing. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, he didn't get the bone. He missed it. So I went to his office. He felt it. He did say, yes, that's a bone. Of course, I'm freaking out like, oh my God, am I gonna have to get a revision? Like, I'm the kind of person, I'm not patient. So I'm freaking out that I have to go through this entire process again because he forgot this bone, and he told me, calm down, be patient, wait it out, it's a bone, you're super swollen. At this point, it was exactly 2 weeks post-surgery. You cannot panic. You guys have to know patience is key. I still tell myself that every single day. Don't psych yourself out. You're only gonna make things worse. You're your own worst enemy right now, okay? So you guys have to wait. Just give it some time. If you still see a persistent issue at like the six week mark is the earliest, then maybe you could just be like, all right, let me bring this up to my surgeon now. Right now, especially for me at the 2.5 week mark, no, do not freak out. One other thing that I was concerned with is because you guys know I had my nostrils done. When I filmed my other video, I was curious, why did you have your nostrils? Like, I had no idea why he did my nostrils. When I met him at my follow-up, he actually said that he brought down the size of my nose. So you guys know my nose is smaller than what it was. So because he brought down the size, my nostrils it didn't match up with my nostrils. My nostrils were flared out too far because the size went down. So he said I had to make, it look congruent. So that means he had to take my nostrils in. And I mean, he did a great job because now my nostrils are perfect. I think they're awesome. I really like them. But because my nostrils went in, I did have stitches all along the side. So when I got the stitches out a few days ago, I do have like a stitch mark. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I don't want to pull my skin because I'm just afraid of like, possibly making it, I don't know, worse. But I do have kind of like bumps here. They're stitch marks. I haven't brought it up to him yet, but I'm nervous that like the stitch marks are still going to be prominent. But again, what I just said, you have to make yourself be patient. The next time I see him is in 2.5 weeks. I'm gonna bring it up, but honestly guys, at that point, it's gonna be 4 weeks post-surgery. Not a big deal. Like, that's nothing. That is literally nothing. So I am thinking of making a video on telling you guys how I chose which nose surgeon was right for me. I actually had a whole list, like it was like a checklist that I had to have when I was looking at, who should I choose to drop all this coin on?
All a bad bitch need is up.
Honestly, I'm very happy with, right now, I'm like over the moon, guys. I'm very happy with who I went with. So if you guys want to see like how to determine which rhinoplasty surgeon is right for you, let me know down in the description box below. One of my main questions that you guys were asking me in my DMs on Instagram was, who was my surgeon? So without actually filming the video of me telling you how I chose him and everything, I did go to, I'll put it right here, the Glasgow Group, and they are located in Princeton, New Jersey. I looked in New York and I looked in New Jersey, literally like every place. I feel like I looked at every place. I was looking everywhere. And I did choose the Glasgow Group in Princeton, New Jersey. And let me tell you guys, very happy with this decision. Very, very, very happy. Could it have gone better? Negative. I will answer your question now. No, it could not have gone better. So happy. Look at this. She's confident. She's a confident girl. I'm like, see, before when I was going like this on camera, I couldn't. If you guys saw my previous videos, I was like, I ain't that confident. I feel like when I'm going like this, people will be like, oh, what is that? What's the schnoz on her? Now I'm like, oh, you called? Oh, you called? Oh, me? You called? I'll be right there. If you like the video, drop me a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you like the content. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Light it up, light it up.